If you're a parent of a girl and you're wondering, why is my daughter insisting that I change her school? What's wrong with her school? What's wrong with her current school? I'm going to let you in on 5 hidden reasons why your daughter is asking you to change her school. You thank me for number 3. Now let's get into it. Number 1 is bully. We know this, it's no longer news. We've heard stories, we've seen things, we've seen, a lot of viral videos, viral pictures of horrible things happening in schools. The thing is that a lot of times the victim of bully don't speak up because they always feel sad, they feel less, they feel they deserve how they are treated, several reasons. So you want to be able to check and be sure why your daughter is insisting that you change her school. Reason number 2 is peer pressure. Peer pressure is something that a lot of girls, even adults, deal with, right? Someone is saying something, someone is low-key pressuring you to become something, to do something, to go somewhere, to behave in certain ways. The truth of the matter is that a lot of our girls go into schools and as good eggs, they begin to mix with bad eggs and they are influenced. Many times they don't like it. They want to stand their ground. But the more they are in that situation, in that environment, in that culture, they are being submerged into it. It becomes more difficult for them to say no. I was speaking to a girl recently and she told me, of course, her parents had reached out, telling me certain things about her. And by the time I was having conversations with her, she said, Coach Precious, you know what? I want to change. I want to do better. I want to make my parents proud. But my concern is that by the time I get back to school, the pressure is going to get worse. So you see, she knows where the demons are, in quotes. So she knows exactly what the challenge is. And that's why peer pressure is a big deal. We need to teach our girls how to handle peer pressures like a pro, how to handle peer pressure like a pro, and actually be able to move from that to becoming positive influence, not just one that is receiving the pressure. I'll leave it at that. Number 3, harassment. A lot of girls might be experiencing some level of harassment. Some of these harassments might be coming from teachers, from authorities, from a senior student, and they do not really know how to explain it. Maybe it's coming from a senior boy who is insisting she be his girlfriend, and she's trying to play good girl, and she's under pressure, she's maybe being coerced, and even being harassed. And so if it keeps happening, she might just feel like, you know what, I'm out. I'm going to ask my parents to take me out of this school. So harassment can be an issue. Many times they may not say it because they may not have the exact words to explain it. And that's why you need to listen to the part of the conversation that is not said. Because for one thing she's saying, there could be 5 that she's not saying. So you need to learn the skill of hearing what is not said. Number 3, toxic friendship is something that a lot of girls also deal with in school. You see, it's different from bully because bully is someone outright challenging you, disregarding you, using some elements of force, mistreating you, maltreating you, and all of that. They're physically harming you and doing all sorts. But toxic friendship is someone who is a frenemy, like we say it. So that person is your friend, but they are not quite friendly. Every once in a while, they throw words at you. They treat you in a demeaning way. They disregard you. They disregard your opinion. They disregard your thoughts. They disregard your personality. And you keep feeling small every time you have a conversation with her. I was speaking with one of my mentees recently, and she said to me, Coach Precious, so what if you have a friend, but she doesn't sometimes behave like your friend? I said, what do you mean by that? She goes, sometimes she doesn't really act like your friend. She can sometimes behave somehow. She was just trying to find the word to explain what it is. And I was able to help her. And at the end of the day, we landed at the fact that this person is a toxic friend. Yes, she seem to be your friend, but on several occasions, she doesn't act friendly. She doesn't portray good, friendly behaviors, like I tell my mentees. So if you have a friend who doesn't portray good, friendly behavior, you need to distance from that person. You don't fight, you don't, outrightly disregard them, but you start taking steps out of that relationship. You reduce how much contact you make with the person. So if your daughter is dealing with toxic friendships in school, she might begin to think that the best way out is change school. and start afresh somewhere. Number 4, academic intimidation. Yes, when we talk about academic intimidation, what does it really mean? It's a situation where there are smart girls in class, and then the smart ones, in quotes, makes it difficult for the average ones or the ones that are struggling to learn or have a different learning style, makes it difficult for them to learn. So each time you talk them down, each time you look at them like, oh, yeah, second class citizens. Yeah, you actually know how, oh, they're treated in ways that makes them feel like, I'm not welcomed here. I don't belong here. They don't even help. They can't assist. They can't guide. They can't offer any help. If your daughter is in such situation, especially if she's not also a fast learner or someone that has understood her learning style, she might struggle a bit, and she might think that the best way out is to ask you to take her out of school. Final one, emotional safety. Emotional safety might be the reason why your daughter wants to leave the school. Maybe she's not feeling emotionally safe in that environment. She keeps feeling like a misfit. She keeps feeling that I don't belong here. You see, people can feel that way for different reasons. Maybe because of the body structure, the way other people behave towards her, the way even teachers or school authorities behave towards her. So she'll start feeling that emptiness inside her, and she can begin to ask you to take her out of school. Now, if your daughter is asking you to take her out of a particular school, and you're not quite sure that nothing should have called for this, you need to sit down with her. Don't dismiss it as, you're just being dramatic. I beg you, I just changed you. You've been in this school forever. What's that? Which one is changed school? So you want to sit down and talk with her. It might be one of these things that I've mentioned. It might also be other factors, but you can't know if you can't have those conversations. Listen without judgment. Listen to understand. Have the conversations with her, and she might let you into something that you'll be shocked to realize. In some situations, the remedy might be to encourage her, teach her how to handle those things. In other situations, it might just be to take her out of that environment, because you don't throw her into a deep blue sea without a life jacket, without a training to swim and survive. So if she doesn't have what it takes to survive in that environment, the best is to take her out of there, so that you don't give her a burden that is too much for her to carry. Thank you for staying to the end of this video. I hope you learned something from it. Which of these have you noticed recently in your daughter? For more tips like this, follow me.